Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome you to another episode of the Gafford and Brown Show. I'm Lamar Gafford,
I'm Robert Brown.
Clarence Sellers.
and we're live here talking about the NBA free agency time, and also we're looking at the baseball All-Star game. We just saw one of the great things here about this game, honoring Derek Jeter, who just got a double in this game. Uh, Early on, I had a prediction here that I felt like Derek Jeter was going to be the MVP of the game and stuff, but we'll get to that a little bit later as it keeps on going by. But come here to just to give everybody what they came here for, NBA news, and we've had such the landscape of the NBA has really changed a whole lot. And let's just start off with the alpha dog here in LeBron James. He proves that you can go back home again. He goes to Cleveland.
Yeah, and it was the worst suspense ever. I mean, once everyone opted out, and then he made the news about how he wanted the max deal, but yet still wanted help. It got kind of obvious that, well, to me at least, that he was leaving. I mean, when you saw the numbers, they said that they would be able to give LeBron a max deal. Bosh and Wade would take pay cuts, and they still be able to sign a potential big free agent. You had to call BS on it because no way Chris Bosh was going to take 11 or 12 million. D Wade, he's at the stage of his career where he just happy to be there.
Oh, shoot.
And well,
It looks like the American League is about to bust this game wide open as Jeter comes in from home. I think this is Mike Trout. He gets himself a triple, looks like it. So early 1-0 lead for the
That was
American
the
League.
old dome. It was gone.
even Jeter right now, yeah. But yeah, it got obvious before the Sports Illustrated essay that LeBron was leaving. I mean, I take it with a grain of salt. You know, he wants to clean up his image, and you know, he wanted to go back home and all the talk about being bigger than basketball. That's cute, you know, that's real uplifting. But at the end of the day, LeBron's a smart guy. He knows that Miami ran his course. He was going to rebuild there eventually, so why not be home and do it? You know, and then if he wins the title in Cleveland, he's put up in the upper echelon. You know, he's already considered one of the greatest. But if he brings the title to Cleveland, it'll be some Disney. It'll be a Disney movie. So he knows his importance. And, you know, it's a happy story or whatever. But he better get ready for them growing pains because he's gonna have some ugly moments this season.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's going to be rough because, yeah, I mean, you leave a team that's been to the finals 4 straight years, and now you go to a team which, as a collective whole, you are the only guy that not only has final experience and championship experience, but just at least playoff experience. Kyrie hasn't been to the playoffs. I mean, this is a young team, and even if they get that one guy and Kevin Love that everybody's thinking about that they're going to go ahead and get, you know, you still have no playoff experience other than LeBron. So it's going to be something to see.
I'll interject on that one. Obviously, you're right. There is not going to be the playoff experience with Love, but I think, again, in the two scenarios, you know what you're getting out of one of them. You know Kevin Love. Look, you know what Kevin Love is. You know at this point, you know what he is. The only mark against him is the fact that he has not played in the playoffs.
Right.
You know, until then, we don't know what he can do in crunch time. Right now, and Wiggins, there's a lot of questions about Wiggins. Yes, what he's doing against Summer League is great, but you know what, guys? It's Summer League.
Yeah.
So, we gotta be careful with that there, with trying to look at that and say, Cleveland should not trade him. You know, I mean, if you're trying to win championships for the future, I mean, right now, look, to me, there's a great chance LeBron's going to stay forever. I think he's not going to move again. The only way I ever see LeBron James, and at this point, I don't even think he would leave. I don't think he would leave Cleveland unless the worst case scenario is obviously everyone just drops like flies and gets hurt, and he's back to pre-2009 Cleveland Cavaliers and LeBron James, where he's basically picking up this whole team and carrying himself, and then he's not having any help there with it. I mean, I think, you know, as of right now, as of today, obviously you would say the talent-wise of those old teams was better than.
Oh snap! YL ain't playing. American League, they can't play.
Miguel Cabrera just hits a home run.
With yard there, that's normal when we ever play them. He's done that quite a few times in that first, obviously, you know.
3-0 now over the NL. Oh.
But yeah, it's just certain things. I think talent-wise, you would say right now that those old teams are better than these teams are. I think once the teams get put together, that's fine. And I think, but right now, once teams get put together, everything should be okay, I guess. LeBron knows himself it's going to take some time, and I think LeBron, and like I said, I think the contract thing he did, I think he did in earnest to get a player, and that is to get Kevin Love or not. I think he's looking at it from this: either we can trade from now, if we do, we'll bring him in and extend him right now. Kyrie just got extended. His contract don't take effect till next year anyway, but he just got extended. Bring Kevin Love, he signs the extension this year under this cap rules or whatever, fine. He'll get all his money now. Kyrie, and then maybe next year, if you want to bring in another person, you can do that. And then I think after 2 seasons, or after next year, LeBron can opt out of his deal and then just re-sign another deal and then go from there, and then just re-sign his long-term 6-7 year deal or whatever, however long he's going to be there, and go from there. Or, you know, maybe he's doing this as a way of saying, okay, I really don't trust you, Dan Gilbert, so I'm going to give you 2 years. Show me that I can trust you. And if I can't trust you, then I'm gone. And when I'm gone this time, I'm never coming back. But I just don't think he's coming there for 2 years just to leave again and have to go through all that. You know, that just, I think at this point, LeBron cares more about his image. And I just think that this move just really showed me he truly regretted being in Miami for the last 4 years. Although he has won 2 championships, I just thought that maybe he regretted the whole thing. I felt that, you know, obviously, you know, I just think there's regret behind this, and I think, you know, he's coming back, and you know, I think he's committed to try to get him 1 championship or 2 championships there.
Yeah, I agree, because I think it's more so regret with how he left. I think he seriously regrets the decision, and you know the little concert pep rally they had when they got together. You know, the Heatles. It just became too much. It made him a lot of money. You know, made Miami a lot of money too. And that's another thing that when he said it's bigger than basketball, you look at the revenue he's going to bring back to Cleveland. And you look at the brand, so he's right in the sense that it is bigger than basketball, because I just look at the amount of Cleveland fans you're gonna have again. That's crazy. It's crazy the following this guy has. I just wonder, what do you guys think they're gonna finish this year? Where do you guys think the Cleveland Cavaliers finish in the East?
Right off the top of my head, I think they're probably going to be a 5th seed in the East. I mean, in the East right now.
Damn, you give them 5th?
5th, yeah, 5th. I mean, honestly, because, well, mostly the division that they're in. They're in one of the toughest divisions. You still have Indiana and you have Chicago in there. And sadly, as what B and Clarence was talking about last night, one of those teams is going to be left out of that top 4 seed. So, obviously, right now, with, you know, Cleveland, we're going to see how battle tested they are, but I give them 5th. For right now. How about you, Clarence?
Well, as we talked about yesterday, contingent on if they get Kevin Love or not. Without Kevin Love, again, I think they're 4th or 5th seed out there. I think they're a top 5 seed. But remember, the one thing I said yesterday was the fact that I said yesterday was the fact that you got Chicago, Cleveland, and Indiana all in one division, which means at this point only a certain only two can be the top seeds, top four seeds. And I thought that without Kevin Love, Cleveland won't be a top seed. I mean, again, we know LeBron can lead a team by himself to being the number one seed in the East, but I mean, obviously, I don't think he could do it with this team being that the talent's there, but I don't think he can do it right now. So I think again, 50 wins is definitely doable in that Eastern Conference, but 4 seed at the most. Well, I said 50, about 45, 50. Fifth seed is probably doable. I think that's good. Fifth seed, they may sneak to the 4th seed, but the 5th seed most likely because I still think Chicago and Indiana right now. Well, Indiana's unstable selves. We'll see about them, but I think Chicago definitely is at this point right now slight favorites. Indiana probably because of they still have their team together, although I think Indiana's more. It wasn't a talent issue last year with them. It was just more of a psychological, mental toughness issue with them. So that now Kevin Love is on his team, then obviously they're top two. At this point, I think that puts them in top two. Makes an interesting thing, and as I said yesterday, Rob, I was telling Lamar about this yesterday. It makes an interesting scenario about the video I posted up the other day about Noah's feelings on LeBron going back to Cleveland. So that rivalry right there should be fun to watch. If they get Kevin Love and play out that series, that should be fun.
Right.
Right now, as of right now, you have to get at least 4 or 5.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking more so 4 or 5. 4. I would go with 4, because like you said, Chicago with the Paul Gasol signing, and depending how Derrick Rose come back, I would probably have them at maybe number 1. Like you said, Indiana, out of Chicago, Indiana, coin flip. 3, I don't know who could jump into that 3 spot maybe. But
well, definitely it's gonna be Washington.
Washington. But yeah, I think Cleveland finishing 4. As far as what they do in the playoffs, that's tricky. It depends on the seed and how how things play out. But man, that second round, LeBron about to have the hardest playoffs of his career, man. He about to sweat.
Because more than likely, I got a feeling that if they do get a chance to get past that, you're playing against either Indiana,
right,
or the Bulls, or maybe a young and up and coming team like the Wizards.
And I say one thing about Indiana: if they re-sign Lance Stevenson, and they don't go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, they got to blow that team up.
Yeah,
you got to blow it up. Because you finally got Miami. Miami got rid of themselves, basically.
They're done. I'm gonna say they're done. So
yeah.
You have no way.
Yeah, Miami's over. So that's the one team that's been, messing with you the last 3 years in Miami. They're done.
I will say this. There was one team that beat him quite badly when he was healthy. And that was Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Now, that was a completely young Indiana team. That was a serious young Indiana team.
And that was before David West, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But, they got no excuses this year. If they get Stevenson back, maybe make one more deal or two. 'Cause I hear a lot of rumors about people wanting Evan Turner. I don't know where to go.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're one of them.
Yeah. So
Shouldn't have got him in the first place.
Yeah. So a lot of people want Evan Turner. So they make a couple deals here and there. I see no excuse why Indiana shouldn't be able to go to the Eastern Conference Finals because
I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why LeBron left. I'm gonna tell y'all the real reason why LeBron left. Who was one of the 3 people that they signed off the street?
Danny Granger.
You know he don't like that.
You're like, man, this my help.
LeBron said, wait a minute, y'all signed this guy?
Oh hell no.
I'm out, man.
He like, no way I'm getting this dude a ring. I'm getting him a ring? Nah.
Like that, man.
I was shocked by that signing too, you know. But yeah, that's funny. But it's crazy. That's a perfect segue to take us to Miami.
Yeah.
Miami offering Chris Bosh that deal definitely shocked me. I thought they were gonna let him walk. And the fact that he took it, I thought Houston, just looking at it, would have been a better scenario for him. But you know, Bosh got his money. It's obviously his team now. Cause like I said, D-Wade's just there to basically ride it out. You know,
Pretty much.
I was surprised he didn't think about, you know, maybe trying to get one last run in the ring. You know, I heard rumors about the Mavs maybe wanted interest. I was surprised Chicago didn't swing at the fences.
They tried to. Chicago did try to.
Chicago did. It's just a bad year for Chicago to try.
Yeah, people don't, man, they always get teased. It's like when the first decision with LeBron saw me tease them, D-Wade was like, yeah, you know, maybe.
No, they just left them at the altar. They just left them.
Yeah, and they just left you. Then they went all out at Melo. I mean, they did everything, but you know, just give him you know, just be like, hey, you know, we're gonna take down Michael Jordan statue and put Melo up. They did everything but that, and he still snubbed them. It's like,
we get on that one in a minute there, but yeah, with this one, Wade, you have to realize now, what does this mean now for him? 'Cause remember now, they were taking time off, sitting them out, resting them up for time. But as far as time off and all that stuff to get prepared for playoffs, you can't do that now.
Nah, he has to play.
So can he get, how many more seasons can Dwayne Wade get before it's...
Unless you kind of, well, they're not bad enough to tank.
Yeah.
They're still competitive. I say right now, I give them a 7th or you know, a 7th or 8th.
I still think they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll make the playoffs.
You gotta remember, they didn't make the playoffs the 2 seasons before LeBron got there.
Yeah.
They didn't make the playoffs, so it wasn't like they didn't make it.
Yeah. And you know, they still got Bosh, they got Granger, Norris Cole, Chalmers still there.
Yeah, Chalmers resigned.
Yeah, Chalmers, you know, they got
Came back quick. My boy came back quick, too.
He's like, oh, hold on. He could have stayed LeBron. He's like, y'all got rid of LeBron. Oh, hell yeah. Yes.
No more yelling.
But yeah, they still competitive though. So they're gonna be interesting. But like you said, he only got, I'd say maybe 2 more years left in him, if that.
Yeah.
About 2, maybe a third, about 2 years left. So at this point right now, you know, does Miami overkill with him and say, hey, look, we're going to run you down these next 2 years? After that, you know, out the door you go. Because, I mean, at this point now, you know, obviously, Wade can play 60 or more games of Dwayne Wade basketball, then obviously, yeah, they're definitely in the top 8. So that's not a problem. And I think they're one of those dangerous teams, kind of like how Dallas was the last couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, that dangerous low seed team that can actually go in there and beat a top seed. And I think they'll be something like that. You know, at this point right now, I mean, again, the Eastern Conference, well, this is, and I was telling Lamar yesterday, Lamar, I said, you know, basically, it's gonna come to matchups. I think who you match up with.
Yeah.
I think if you can avoid the heavy hitters, you're good.
Oh yeah.
See, the one thing about the East this year, as opposed to last year we knew that it was going to be Indiana, Miami.
Yeah.
This year, the East is still going to be bad, but then again, it's going to be entertaining as hell.
It's more competitive.
I think we all thought it was going to be Indiana, Miami this year, but then we completely started forgetting about the other teams.
Right.
I think one team that's interesting, well, 2 teams are going to interest me next year is Washington and Toronto. I think Kyle Lowry going back.
Yeah.
They have the rules in there already. I think they brought back Vasquez, so therefore that whole team is back next year.
Oh yeah.
That whole team is back next year. So I think in that division right now, you have to realize they're in there with the Knicks. I mean, they're with the Celtics and with the Knicks, Celtics, the Sixers, and the Nets. I mean, at this point right now, you know 2 of those teams ain't doing nothing.
Right.
And then the Knicks and the Nets, at this point, they should be able to beat those teams with ease. So right now, Toronto's definitely
Yeah.
a three seed at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll win that
And
division.
my two teams that I'm looking forward to watching next year are Charlotte and Detroit. I think Charlotte, they got Gordon Hayward, huh?
I
did-
think
did Utah
I think
match?
Utah match. Yeah.
Okay, Utah match, but I mean, you see them being aggressive, you know, and
Rob, if the had to deal with, I think I said this on Twitter a while back, and I think Lamar, you may have retweeted me and agreed with this too. I said, boy, they are one wing score away from being the top 4 seed.
exactly.
Yes.
They need one more, and then you look at Detroit. Now with that team they have, I think they're good enough to make the playoffs. But Stan Van Gundy is going to have to,
Yeah.
really, lay down some groundwork. But you still got Jim. They're trying to deal Monroe.
I think they did for Fletcher, right?
Oh, he's gone.
I believe.
I'll take a look
I
at
saw
it.
about that today, yeah.
Yeah, I know they were trying to deal him, but you still got Josh Mills, you still got Drummond. They have potential. It's just about putting the pieces together, and I think Stan Van can put it. He can do it. I mean, but will he do it this year? I think he can. I think he can. But we'll see.
Well, again, Rob, guess what? They're in the same division with Chicago.
Yeah, you're right. You're
Indiana.
right.
That's
You're
gonna
right.
be a tough.
That's a tall order.
Tough thing to try to unseed one of those 3 teams.
It's a tall order. You're right.
I'll give you guys another tough team that probably should do a little bit better than what they were last season too. Atlanta. You get Al Horford back. You get Al Horford back. They were playing pretty well, and I still think Atlanta could continue to do what they got to do. I mean, they're not the same old boring Hawks that they used to be. They're at least they're a little bit more, dare I say, funner.
Well, boy, they're definitely more up. They're definitely more up and down than anything.
Yeah, and they have to be. But yeah, they'll be interesting to watch. I won't watch them, but they'll be interesting to keep up with.
Atlanta's a good. No, you know what? From watching the playoffs, they're a very good team. I thought that you're right that they were Al Horford away from really just slapping Indiana and beating. And Lamar, you know all too well. This happened back in '07 with your Mavs. Back when that one team just had their number with the Mavs and the Warriors. That Golden State just had y'all number, and they ran up and down the court.
Yeah, that still
Just
gives
couldn't
me
do anything
pain.
with it. And I thought that Indiana dang near had that happen to me.
That still
And
gives me pain.
Ran up and down the court.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. We will see. Now let's go to the West for a while and talk about Houston. Houston is one team. When it comes to management, I like the way they think because they always try to make a big splash. Sometimes it backfires, but sometimes it works. And Bosch didn't work. They tried to go at Bosch, didn't work out. They made these claims that they could get LeBron and Melo. That obviously didn't work. So they settled with Trevor Ariza, lost Chandler Parsons. You guys think they're a better team?
We had this talk yesterday. I think they're going to be where they're at. They're going to be right there. They're going to still be there. I don't think they improved, or I don't think they've gone down. Yesterday we said that there's six strong teams in the West period that are locked. I think there's 6 locked teams. They're not going anywhere. I'm not sure where they rank. We said the Spurs and OKC are 1-2. That's how you put it. They're 1-2. The Clippers possibly could get to that 2 spot. I don't know yet, but I don't know. I don't know if they could beat. I don't know if they could beat 1 and 2 in a 7-game series yet. I don't know. And I think we're discussing that. Houston, I just can't stop. Rob, I guess I'll tell you this too. I just can't stop seeing Wesley Matthews run circles around
James Harden.
your boy Lynn and Harden. I just can't stop seeing Wesley Matthews and Lillard run circles around him like that. So and nobody posting up or nobody getting in front of LaMarcus.
Yeah. Well, and they're also shooting at your boy your boy Clarence, they also in the race to get Kevin Love, and they want it's Kevin Love or Rondo.
They lost the biggest key to getting him, and that was person. Now that he's gone, likely no.
Yeah, so now they might focus mostly on Rondo.
Yeah.
Because we know how bad they need to go.
I think we were most likely they're going to probably be in the sweepstakes for him next year. So I think at this point, I guess they'll just wing it for one more season and then just try to go after Rondo. Maybe they can talk. Maybe they can talk Boston into getting rid of Rondo. Because at this point right now, Rondo's days as the draft night a couple weeks ago, his days are numbered.
Yeah, you might as well get something for him.
Hey, my boy, hey.
Hey, Terry Crews.
Yeah, but at the same time, what do you think about them letting not matching Dallas' offer for Parsons? Lamar, you're a Dallas guy. How do you feel about Chandler Parsons being a Maverick now?
Well, being on the team, I think it was a good move. Some people might say it is a little bit of an overpaying move, but Parsons does have some potential to go along with this. He's not a defensive guy as what we seen when Damian Lillard hit that shot against him, but he is a very good offensive player, and I think that he fits. He can fit our program a little bit well. He's not going to be a number one guy, but he's going to be a very good complementary piece, or two or three that he can make a difference on a team that can do pretty well. And I think with that move there, I think Dallas moves up from an 8 seed to probably a 5th, because I won't put them in the top half, not quite yet, but I think that makes them that more dangerous as far as in the West, if they already were, and they can go against the top teams, but then again, they're not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4. So I'll say 5.
Right, and Parsons gonna have a chip on his shoulder. There were reports saying that he felt a bit disrespected by Houston for not wanting to match Dallas's offer, because he felt that he was in their long-term plans, and he was there before Harden and Dwight, and he felt that he was a big part of their future and a part of the success they're having now. So
he was to Houston dumbashly as far as opting him out. I think you opt him out of he was making less than $1 million for his last season, and you opt him out to try to make a move for Carmelo, which he wasn't coming to you guys anyway, and now you forced him into damn near having to pay him a 2,000% raise if you match his offer. So that was a dumb move. That was a donkey move of the year right there for them. So I wouldn't necessarily feel slighted for them about the Chandler person. I'm laughing at them as to how stupid they can be for doing that.
And the crazy thing is, as much as we Daryl Morey, we can all agree on he's a very good GM.
Yeah.
One of the very good GM.
Yeah,
his tactics kind of backfired in a way on this one here, because
making room, trying to get by.
Trying to do all this stuff, and then Donnie Nelson, the GM of the Mavericks, decides, well, you know what? We're gonna hit you where it hurts. We're gonna take away your top young player, and we're going to maybe overpay him by a couple of $1 million. But if it works, hey, we got him. If it doesn't, well, guess what? Y'all can't get stronger. So, pretty good move right there.
Yeah.
But I seen a lot of Houston fans right now. They are not just. I don't think they're as mad at Parsons, but they're mad about Bosh for ruining the chance right there. They're having a very good team.
Bosh got his money. But you got to think about it. Bosh got his money. This is his team now.
Mm-hmm.
He's right now. Honestly, to me, he's guaranteed to be probably a starting all-star, because he's gonna get numbers. Right. It's gonna be like Toronto with better weather. he's back in the spotlight.
You know what? For as much as people joan about the Toronto situation, I thought Bosch could have looked at that situation too. Again, with DeRozan and Kyle Lowry there,
Yeah.
that situation too. But the Houston thing, I don't think I don't know if I was really too sold on that. 'Cause I mean, again, he came out and he basically said he wanted to stay in Miami. And he's been really the only one out of all three of them, even
Yeah, he was
before the
comfortable.
end of the season, that said, I'm staying. I thought that, if LeBron was ever to leave, it was because Bosch would leave first. I didn't think LeBron would actually say, to hell with it, I'm out of here. And I guess, obviously, you get your butt whooped like that in the finals, that makes you say, yeah, we out of here. But I never really thought they would leave. I just never thought that Bosch would leave. I thought if he would have left, he would have just left. Or he would have just unilaterally left. I thought he did opt out of his deal, obviously. Now his opt out was obviously great because he opted out for a bigger contract at this point. Well, maybe $30 million more than what he should have gotten, but hey, nonetheless he got it. But I just you better hope it works. That's all it is.
Right.
I think you better hope he give you 3 out of the 5 years. He give you something. It's not.
And some more things about the West. We just found out that Dirk Nowitzki signed we now know the terms of his deal. 3 years, $25 million, an average of 8.3 a year when he had max deals from the Lakers and the Rockets. One, we knew he wasn't going to go to LA or Houston for no matter what the cost was. He was going to stay in Dallas.
He's a one-team guy. And he knows his career is winding down. I mean, he has a shot. I say he might legitimately have a one more shot with Dallas. To swing at the fences because his Dallas team isn't horrible. They like 8th seed last year,
right.
Had a hell of a series with San Antonio. They got some fight in them. If they got the right matchup, could sneak into the Western Conference Finals. You never know. But Dirk definitely was going to stay in Dallas. But the fact that nobody wants to be a Laker anymore.
Oh man,
that's the funny part.
Oh man,
one of the most glorious franchises in the history of sports can't get one big name anymore. Dwight Howard left them high and dry. LeBron never really gave them any attention. Melo, in reports felt that his wife was pitched too hard than him. Chris Bosh never really entertained the idea. It's like this, they can't get a break.
As much as I hate the Lakers, I hate to see them down this road because they're one of those teams that you love to hate, but it's not fun when they're not in the playoffs and they're doing bad that you can't hate them anymore, that you feel to the point to feel sorry for them.
I mean, it's fun.
It's fun to laugh.
It's fun to hate them when they do well, but
no, it's like this. I think this guy. Look, if that's the case, then contract the damn lead and let Boston and LA beat each other up for 82 games a year. Look, these big marketing, a lot of these teams are taking a lot of these smaller. And they're staying. I just thought that the market thing was always overrated. I just thought that. Is it great to live in Southern California? And now somebody who's never been there before, obviously, I'm sure it is. But it gets to the point now. It's like some of these teams look at other places and say, I can win here. I can get marketability here. Everything's fine. Again, is it more of I think it's more now of maybe players growing up now saying, okay, I want to play back to my hometown or back near my hometown or something like that. Whereas, before it was wherever you got drafted at, that's where you went.
Right.
Where you made you made everything. Again, the only reason why the Lakers are the Lakers is because when they drafted all these great players, that's where they ended up winning. That's where they stayed. And that's how everything became everything. Now, again, if you put some of them great players in other cities, Atlanta, what else is Phoenix, Knicks or something like that, and they won championships. I'd love to go there too. So, you know, I think some people do look at it and say, oh, it's a big thing, and well, why the Lakers are this, and it's such a surprise. It's not really a big surprise to me. I just, it happens.
Yeah, everybody has to rebuild.
Right.
I think I mentioned that before on Instagram. Hey, it's called rebuilding. Get used to it. Like your fans, it's called rebuilding. Hey.
Cause
every team goes through it.
Cause I'm an OKC Thunder fan, but man, it's looking like rebuilding about to come real soon because everybody LeBron did that whole home speech, but if anybody loves home, it's Kevin Durant, and Washington looking real sexy.
Yeah, I heard a report about that, about him possibly looking into that. That's interesting.
That's interesting. I don't know, I don't know how much you can buy into it, but it's something I definitely wouldn't,
He seems real rounded, and he seems to, like I said again, he seems to genuinely like being in OKC. So I don't necessarily see him leaving, but he could. I mean, he obviously could, but I don't necessarily see him.
He's the type of guy.
Well, let me say this. Let me backtrack. Do I see it? It could happen. Yes, it could. Now, obviously, if it does happen, think about this. You have Bradley Beal, Wall, Otto Porter if he plays well, and then Kevin Durant at the 4, and then Nene and Gortat at 5. That's a very loaded team right there.
Exactly.
If that ever did happen.
And KD type of dude, I could see him if somehow, let's say somehow, some way, Oklahoma wins a title. And
he'll never leave Oklahoma.
Yeah, if he wins the title, I don't think he goes anywhere. I think he'll sign a max deal. And he'll play out. That's the type of guy he is. But if they don't make it to the finals, at least, I can see them questions start coming up. Like, man, I can go home and do something special. On some LeBron type stuff. So it's crazy.
Speaking of some Laker rumors right now, I got a few texts, a few notifications about Mark Stein from ESPN. They say Lakers GM Mitch Kupchak and Jim Buss will meet with Byron Scott again tomorrow.
Man, how the man? It's like his third meeting.
And we got another thing here. Adam Silver said the league is considering the idea of a mid-season tournament similar to soccer.
What?
What?
Hold on.
The hell? Don't know what they're trying to do.
If you do that, you might as well change the All-Star game from East to West versus USA versus the world.
You know what? I am so waiting on them to do that.
Forget that tournament. Just go USA versus the world. Get your best 5 American. Have the fans vote for the best 5 American players.
I really think they need to do that too.
Do it.
You know what? No.
They should, kind of.
No, we were talking about this yesterday. Lamar, where's the All-Star game at in 2016?
Toronto.
That's the perfect time to do it. International. It's the first All-Star game outside of the United States. Do a world versus USA.
Do it. I mean, what you gonna lose? I mean, where are you gonna lose doing it? I mean, the NBA is one of the few major sports that's international. I mean,
I'm saying it's diverse enough now to try. I mean, I remember hearing this from at least 7 years ago about wanting to do this, but it's just I think it's so diverse now you could get away with it.
Yeah, oh yeah, you can definitely do it. And like I said, have fans vote for the first starting 5. Just think about all the fan participation, because most of the international votes make up. Like when Yao Ming was in the league, oh man, you had all of China voting for that man. Yao Ming had, well, he got records for All-Star votes. So yeah, international presence is huge. I definitely want to go with that. But mid-tournament, I don't understand what the hell that is.
I don't know either.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know either. And I think there's a lot of people are saying this on the Twitter world. They're saying the same thing as us 3 are saying right now. Wait, what? Yeah, exactly. So,
but I'm trying to find out what Adam Silver. What up?
But Carlos Bulls are being amnested. About time, huh?
Yeah. They
So I wonder where he ends up. I mean,
Who's gonna need a power forward? Well, let's see. There's gotta be some team that has money that's gonna go ahead and roll the dice on them and just say, "We'll take them." Part of me kind of want to says Houston, but I don't know what their money situation is like.
I don't know.
That's it.
I don't know. I wouldn't. How New York has anything left?
The Knicks?
New York
Nah.
running away from any contract. They try to get rid of Amari and Bongati
Yeah, man, come on, man. Y'all know y'all want Amari.
They try to get rid of them.
Amari, man.
He's still.
Trying to get another amnesty, wannabe amnesty player to come back to the Knicks.
So do you guys think Melo did the right thing getting his money, or you think he should have went for the more competitive team?
Well, that's a good question.
Let's say this. 3 years from now, I don't want to see an ESPN interview with Stephen A. Smith and Melo saying something like this. Man, I'm just tired of winning, man. I just want to win a championship, man. I just want to win I just want to do something, man. Because I mean, right now we're stuck here. Stephen A. Smith asking questions like, well, why is it that y'all can't win here in New York? Why is it that this team is this and that and the other? Because I mean, at this point, I'll say this: you had a keen opportunity to get the hell away from here, and it didn't work. If they don't win, at this point, I don't know if you have the right to complain about it, man. If your team sucks,
Right.
you gotta deal with it at this point. I don't think you have the right to complain about it. So, from that perspective, probably did a bad thing. Now, obviously, again, if you have family, wife, obviously Lala doesn't want to leave New York. Although she be in LA a lot, the kids are probably rooted there. He's rooted there. Again, if all of us had an opportunity to play for our hometown, if I had an opportunity to play for the Minnesota Timberwolves, oh God, I'd be on it like it ain't nothing. We all had that dream to want to play for our hometown teams, but.
Right.
I mean, again, I asked a question before the season, before the end of the season. If Carmelo stays with New York, then he's all about the money. He doesn't want that championship. He's all about the money, and is what it is. If he went to Chicago, then he's about trying to win. He wants to win. Now, I think a lot of that has to do with LeBron going back to Cleveland. Maybe now he feels that, well, LeBron isn't. He's already 2 up on me, but maybe now he's not going to get that far ahead of me. Maybe I got some time to let Phil build this team around, and we try to contend from there. So maybe I'll back off my request a little bit versus if LeBron won 3 or 4 rings. Now all of a sudden you look at LeBron, Wade, and Bosh all came in together with you, and then by the way, Darko has won, and you guys were in the top 5. Now you kind of look at them and go, yeah, I need the ring. So what am I going to do now? So
I think
I don't see the Knicks contending for at least another 3 years. So good luck with that.
I think in Melo's case, it was more of, okay, do I go to Chicago and knowing it may or may not be my team because we still got Rose out there, which we don't know if he can play a full season since that injury. Or am I willing to take one bad year? I'm just playing for money this year in New York, but in 2015, everybody comes off the books. We probably can attract a couple of free agents here to go along with me. And if we do very well, then guess what? I can be, the star of doing something and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So I think in his case, he was willing to try to, to try to go for that. But then again, it's always the money issue, too, and the extra year. in
Melo,
the extra year.
Melo said straight cash, homie. That's what Melo said. Melo said, pay me. That's what he did, man. Melo know, he know damn well if he went to Chicago, they would have been number one. I mean, Chicago, you got Butler, you got Noah, they got Gasol now. They still probably been able to get Gasol if he went there. Because they amnesty Boozer. I mean, yeah, but and then Derrick Rose, I think, is going to become more of a, I'm not going to say traditional point guard, but his game is going to tone. He's not going to be the same Derrick Rose. So, yeah, so him having.
Well, he got to change his game. I mean,
Yeah. So him having that offensive help, will help him as well. He wouldn't have to carry the load. So, I mean, Melo knows this. They did Chicago made one hell of a pitch to him. The Lakers, he was smart for staying out of LA. I mean, he was brilliant. I mean, yeah, the big market, blah, blah, blah. Lakers, all those titles, that's nice. There ain't no title coming to LA soon. So, yeah. Miami, he probably knew LeBron was thinking about leaving. He probably realized he wasn't going to get no money if he went. Now, like I said, if he really wanted to win a ring, he would have gone to Chicago, or he would have looked at Houston, or even the Clippers, because the Clippers need a small forward, and shit, I mean, they would have made some moves.
I think, the Clippers, whether you boy West Coast Don started running his mouth,
Yeah, that turned everybody off. Like,
your boy West Coast Don.
Yeah, you're right, but Melo want to get paid. He know they gonna suck for a while. Even next year, when they do get the money off the books, I mean, it's just it's a tall order, man. They're coming from the ground up. You look at all the pieces they're missing.
Exactly. By the way, going back to the All-Star game, we got Derek Jeter coming up once again. He's up to the plate. American League is still up 3-2. So this has been a good game so far going on in your hometown, by the way, Clarence.
Oh, yeah. They got to have a good game in their hometown and everything. The stadium we built up there a couple of years back. So, I'm just hate that all these years. I used to watch the home run derby, used to watch the All-Star game and say, I would love to go there. Finally got the opportunity to go in my hometown. I can't make it.
Yeah, that's that bull. Right.
I mean, if it makes you feel even better, NBA All-Star game was like right around our vicinity.
Yeah, it was in New Orleans last year.
And
yeah, we didn't go.
We couldn't go. I want to go there, but I mean, yeah, one day I guess. Oh yeah, Jeter got himself another hit too.
Yeah, he's looking like they might give him an award. I mean, a little lifetime thing.
Put it on his banner.
Yeah, as if he doesn't have enough.
But I guess in a way right now, what's the one thing y'all will remember of Derek Jeter? Of him, being out there and being a pretty good player, or even on the field, off the field.
Yeah, he was so damn cool. Like, even if you hated the Yankees, he was just so cool to me when I was growing up as a kid. He was just cool. Like, it was him, Ken Griffey, and Barry. Those were the guys to me that had the most, style when I was watching when I was younger. And yeah. When he had the earring, the hanging look, what was that, cross? Yeah, a little cross hanging. But yeah, Jeter was cool, and that's one of the things that I drew a lot of people in. How cool he was, and when you thought of the Yankees during the '90s, you thought of Jeter. Those titles. And then when A-Rod came, came the controversy, like, well, who gonna play shortstop? And you ain't play shortstop. I heard this. You gotta go learn at third base. So it was
learn your new position. My dude.
Oh man, but.
Still playing short. I'm
Exactly.
You tell me, what Cal Ripken do? Do I look like Cal Ripken to you? Don't get me wrong, I love Cal, but do I look like him? He moved to third. You ain't moved to third.
Nope. Jeter, I mean, man, Jeter's just. I mean, you can't really say anything bad about the man. You can't really say anything bad about the man. I know my grandma. She used to hated him. She hated him. She hated the Yankees. All that good stuff. But you can't really say anything bad about the man because he's like the guy in a way that many people kind of inspired to be. You know, baseball, all that good stuff, and then also the different girlfriends.
Yeah,
he's
ladies
also had,
man.
too.
Yeah.
But no, I was getting ready to say, he don't really care. There's a lot of things you didn't know about Derek Jeter that no one really knows about. Perfect way to do that if you're a pro. That's obviously you don't get in trouble. I know he's got the strict rules about not having any phones at his house. He did a great job staying out of the limelight and being in New York, right? How do you do that? Like, how does one do that?
That's a good question. That is a very good question.
But yeah, like how do you, I don't know, but you want that. But yeah, Jeter, I mean, obviously when it's all said and done, he's the man, and obviously, you're obviously safe to say that in 2019 he will be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. Again, I don't think there has ever been nobody who's got a perfect ballot or whatever. But boy, he's gonna damn near be one of the closer people to get it. He'll get it very in the 90s. What is that percentile in the 90s? Definitely as far as getting into the Hall of Fame. So,
There's gonna be that one person that's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, I don't believe he should be. He's a perfect ballot guy in there.
Who did the Greg Maddux in there? Did the Greg Maddux or something?
Yeah.
Some Maddux in there. Well, he played in the steroid era, and I'm thinking, Greg Maddux of all people. The slowest pitcher known to man. Do some broids. Nah, I used to love Greg.
Yeah,
I used to
me
love
too.
that whole three. I used to love Greg Maddux. That was my favorite one of the three. Greg was always my favorite one of the three.
To me, it was either Glavine. Well, shoot, I liked all three of them, of course, since I was a Braves fan. Anyway, Maddux because he was the best one. Glavine mostly because also he was a lefty, and then Smokes. It just seemed like he was that wild card.
Right.
Well, I think I gained a lot of respect for Smokes when he went to the Saves, and then he came back as a starter. I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Dang.
When he went to the bullpen and became the closer, and then he came back and started pitching again. But the one thing about Atlanta that's always going to, I have one question about that. I have one question about those Atlanta teams. What the hell happened to Mark Wahlers, and why did he just fall apart like that?
That's a good question.
Why did he just fall apart like that?
That's a great question, man. The man seemed like he had a harder fall from grace than John Rocker at that.
Damn.
John Rocker, yeah.
But so I guess
Switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
From the NFL news, man. What about Jimmy Graham getting paid? $40 million deal. Was he worth it?
Yes. I think he could have been worth a little bit more,
So now
though.
that he got paid, why is he still appealing the decision with the arbitrator? Like, what was that all about?
I saw that too, and that's
What you doing?
I don't know neither, man. I'll scratch my head on that too, Clarence.
But
What you doing, bro?
Saints needed him. Saints really needed him, and you know, nice to see him cave in a little bit here. But do I still think he could have been paid a little bit more for what he does and what he means to them? Obviously, because but unfortunately, tight ends don't make that much money as wide receivers, and that's another reason why he was trying to battle so hard for that.
Get your money, man. Get your money.
Get your money.
I am not gonna complain about that. It's kind of like the same thing when everybody was talking about Kobe and all that too. Like, you know, people try to compare Kobe and Dirk. You know, Kobe for taking a whole lot of money and then Dirk for taking a whole less. I mean, and then the one thing can I say is, I mean, can we just say that they're both right for this? Because, I mean, again, Dirk took less so he can win another ring. Kobe, granted, he has 5 rings anyway, but mostly it was kind of more of a lifetime achievement type thing.
That was dumb for Bus to go to him with that contract extension. That was stupid anyway.
Yeah.
Stupid. But I think most of the motivation behind that was because the Lakers finna get a new TV deal.
Yeah, exactly.
So they gotta get people to watch somehow.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying it for
Swaggy P?
Yeah, Swaggy P or your boy Marshall.
Kobe gonna be around how much longer?
Yeah, man. I just
They ain't
don't.
gonna have no choice but to watch him in a minute.
Cupcheck taking some. He taking some L's now, man. It's like all that karma for getting Gasol for practically nothing coming back to haunt him.
They got Gasol for
Which is that, because I was going to the Bulls.
Right.
Gatorade, some Now-Laters, 2 of those 5-cent Laffy Taffies.
Exactly. Couple Groupons, shit.
They said they got Paul Gasol for.
Yeah, man. Gasol got them freedom papers, man. He like, thank you.
They got for a bag of chips and a quarter blue juice. But you know what? Though the Lakers' problem started with one man. That's David Stern.
Oh, man.
When the Vito heard
Man.
they ain't been the same since.
You ain't lying.
Had that deal passed, we would not be talking about them like this, and we would still be talking about the Clippers being a bad franchise with a racist owner. Now,
But at the same time,
They
though,
still can't get rid of.
at the same time, though, you look at what Chris Paul has and with the Clippers, and there's been not even one Western Conference Finals appearance. Do you think he could have done it? I mean, do you think he would have been enough to get them another ring or at least to the finals in LA with the Lakers?
Rob, if West Coast Don would have shut his damn mouth, they probably would have went. They probably would have went to the Western Conference Finals this year.
You think so?
Shut his mouth.
Oh man.
I'm like, this dude here, what? This dude here, because be truthful with you, I mean, they're going to beat the Warriors. I thought the Warriors, they're going to beat them in 7, so I kind of figured that was going to be over.
oh,
OKC, they would have caught OKC at a very nice, they would have caught them at a very, they would have caught OKC at a very good time.
Yeah. So.
the passing of the torch.
Cheetah.
The passing of the torch. I'm surprised they didn't just put him elsewhere in the infield.
That's why I was thinking maybe they'll play something, but I'm sure I'm quite sure Hank and Hal and Joe Girardi said no. third inning, go on, pull them, and be done with it.
Exactly. Yeah. By the way, we're looking at a couple of more things here that's around the news world. And, let's see, going on to, I guess, well, some wrestling. How about some wrestling?
No, Clarence don't watch wrestling.
Well, but I got something right there that might be very good for you too. People are saying right now that there could be an opportunity that Sting and Undertaker could.
Yeah, I saw the Sting commercial. Sting's gonna be the highlight of the next video game.
Mhm.
And I was still shocked they make that video game because man, I ain't played a wrestling game. I ain't played a wrestling game for like the second SmackDown. Man, it's been a while, man. But
I just got one. I just got it, and I just only played one match. That's
really,
it. Yeah.
it was been cheap, huh?
Yeah. Well, no, it wasn't. But it was pre-owned.
Yeah.
Pre-owned.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's about the last time I really played it with interest. But yeah, Sting, that's pretty big because you know he's an icon. You know, people, even Clarence remembers Sting. You know, so yeah, that's a good move. You know, and you need that gimmick match for WrestleMania. Probably a retirement match.
Mhm.
And Undertaker, because Undertaker old as hell, man. This dude, he's literally, you know.
I thought he was old when I did.
Yeah.
Back in the
Exactly.
early 2000s, I was like, dude, kind of old.
Yeah, so
Like, you're really old.
yeah, he's really old out there.
Mhm.
It's time to hang it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just after the Attitude Era, I lost it. Sorry, I just lost it. The Attitude Era, I just lost it. You know?
But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there too. But I think before the show we were talking about, and you gave me a link on this one too, Clarence, about Ricky Rubio and the latest news and rumors on the negotiations with the Timberwolves right now, and it's something about he's seeking the max, from what I hear.
That gotta be his pops in this deal with that. Cause that's gotta be his pops. Like, man, Kevin Love about to leave, man. Get your money. Cause remember when he was drafted by Minnesota, didn't he go back to Spain for a while?
2 years.
For 2 years, and it was kind of like he kind of felt like he wanted to go. I remember they wanted him to go to. He wanted to go to the Knicks, his team, his management, his father, whoever. And it's like I don't know, man. I can't. I wouldn't give him a max deal right now. I'm with you, Clarence. Man.
Well, the Tariq, yes, obviously he did want to go. The reason why he had to go back to Spain was at the point Minnesota would have had to pay almost $6 million to buy him out. The NBA only pays up to a certain amount on buyout contracts, so Minnesota would have had to actually fit the bill on the rest of that buyout. I don't know if paying the club $67 million for Ricky Rubio, who at the time wasn't really developed, or well, not developed, but it was just basically potential. So it's probably a good thing they didn't, because obviously after how he shot the ball last year.
Yeah. And then y'all had like a 100-point card at the time y'all drafted him. It's crazy.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
good luck. Good luck, Ricky.
that's gonna be interesting, and I for one have said that I feel like that the Timberwolves, for this deal that if they're trying to deal away Kevin Love, and if he's really gonna go to the Clippers, they must get Andrew Wiggins. They have to get Andrew Wiggins. Like, for one, I would hate to see Andrew Wiggins and his growth, because I have a feeling that he's going to be a very good player in this league, but I would hate to see his growth being stunted in a way by LeBron, because I don't think there's anywhere else that he can play out there on the court. I mean, he can't be a shooting guard because he can't
shoot.
Exactly. And he's not a power forward because, well, he's not that big.
Yeah, I think he'll get minutes. I think LeBron knows that in order for this to work, and if they do keep Wiggins and the love deal doesn't fall in place, he has to get these guys
Right.
confidence. And we've seen him turn, water into Kool-Aid with no sugar. With those a couple of those early Cavs teams.
Oh, yeah.
He's capable of making magic, but he has to really give these guys some confidence. He has to give them some shots. They have to get minutes, and he has to be kind of like a father figure to some of these guys. Because LeBron's gonna be 30 this year, and he talks about he's probably gonna stay in Cleveland, which he probably will. But he has to put some faith in these guys and give them some opportunities to come up big. Because if he doesn't treat these guys like projects or kind of develop them, he's gonna be in the same situation he was earlier in his career,
Mm-hmm.
with a bunch of guys just standing around watching him work.
Yeah, because I guess he doesn't want that situation where he goes back to the NBA Finals and have to face Greg Popovich all.
Oh boy! if somehow, some way, he takes this team to the finals, oh man, you talking
Good
about
statue for him
you
already.
talking about a broom?
But yeah, sure. Greg Popovich gonna give him the work.
Greatness right there. But I just ultimately I think they do make the move on Kevin Love and ain't getting him. I think ultimately they do. Right now it's just more of it's lip service and them trying to gain an advantage over trying to, I guess in a sense, punk Minnesota out of the pit or out of Kevin Love, and again, good luck with it. We'll see.
Here's a good question for y'all though. How mad do you think Mike Brown is right now? I know he's counting his millions, but dang it, would you like to at least be counting millions and coaching right now?
He definitely gets a fair shake though, man. He caught a bad shake in Cleveland and in LA. Cause D'Antoni did the same thing he did, which was lose a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's pretty messed up. But, he got his money, and he probably he's on TV, right?
Not yet, but he will be on TV.
Yeah, he'll be on TV, so you can't feel too sorry for the guy. But damn.
He got his money, so he don't care.
He probably throwing money at a stripper right now.
Let's see.
Strippers.
Let's see here. Taking a look at some of these other stuff here. Browns got themselves a new mascot.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
It's an actual dog, man. Okay.
Chad Ochocinco scores a touch. Well, Chad Johnson, my bad. Scores himself a touchdown in Canada in the CFL.
He needs a 30 for 30 because that's one hell of a downfall. Fell from top 10 and not mentioned at all, man. What was that? What was that Hall of Fame jacket? That's they need to call it class of 2000. That's damn, boy. Chad Johnson, man.
Boy, they railroaded him like he wasn't nothing. Boy, he got railroaded like he wasn't nothing. Straight railroaded him.
I hated to see it from the boy, but
he could have got one more gig, man. After the Miami let him go, one team could have took him.
The Raiders.
Teams probably would, but they just this cautious image NBA that we're in today says no, you don't do that. And I just thought that was a whole bunch of baloney, but they all got their reasons.
Jaws is back at it with his quarterback ranking list right now.
Jaws.
As we speak.
Someone murdered Matt Castle.
Yeah. I heard about that too. Then you also got Chris Cluey looking to sue the Vikings.
Yeah, dude won't go away with that one.
Good.
Yeah, he won't go away with that one right there. I don't know what that's all about. But Cluey, is former punter. He's basically saying that Les Frazier and a couple of the players were using anti-gay slurs.
Mm-hmm. From one Viking quarterback to another one, Dante Culpepper thinks that the Vikings got a gym in Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, should. If we treat Teddy Bridgewater like we treated him, let's let him sit for 1 year and then come on back the next year and start him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think Castle's good. I think Castle's good enough to hold us over at least this season. I mean, I see a lot of what he did, of what we did. We had Gus Farrat with him. And I mean, the only thing with Farrat was don't turn the ball over and just go out and win the game. And you know, he did that. I mean, I think won like 8 or 9 games with him before he got hurt again. Tavares came in and took over. Idiot Childress decided to go back with him instead of not going with the hot hand, going with his guy, and that cost us. But anyway, yeah, I think Castle can play with our defense. The way if our defense plays pretty good this year, I think he should play the whole season. You know, I hope he don't get hurt.
Mm-hmm. You know? Kyle Orton has now been given his official release with the Cowboys.
As he should.
As he should. But the bad thing about that point is now we got Brandon Whedon as our backup quarterback. That's right.
I think.
Guess what? Christian Ponder is ours.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, at least Ponder in 31.
Brandon Whedon turned to Chris Winkie on.
Pretty much. But here's also could be another thing about that Jimmy Graham deal. By what ESPN.com is saying, the deal that Jimmy Graham just got could be Dez Bryant's baseline deal when it comes time for him to get a new contract.
Oh, Dez gonna get that money.
And he will.
He gonna get that money.
Dez gonna get money. We're walking off the field.
I just hope he don't go crazy.
He will, and he should get his money. Definitely. See what other teams is going on here. This is the kind of the boom part of time as sports is concerned because there's nothing too much going on, and well,
it did zone now in the next month.
And the only thing that we're trying to look for right now is like, dang it, somebody needs to do something. Something.
Very soon.
Alternate blue uniform.
These training camps open up in 2 weeks.
Oh, there's that. Yeah, there is that. There is that.
Oh yeah, Hard Knocks will be on soon.
Hey.
Who's the team? It's the Jets, huh?
The Falcons.
The Falcons.
No, the Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons need to be on there. Talk about what the hell happened last year. Gonzalez retired, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have sued, though. Yeah, I was supposed to give me a ring.
No, they did to him what we did to Brett Favre. Dragged him out of the retirement. That was shit season.
Yeah, cause what gave away from going to the Super Bowl, they come back and suck. It's like, God damn.
Badly.
Man, I should have went back to Kansas City.
SEC Media Days, by the way, is on right now, too.
Yeah. Spurrier called Saban the greatest recruiter in college football, which ain't too much of a. It's not too far away from the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and it's hard to be a bad recruiter when you got rings. You just walk in the house and be like,
just put them on the table like,
yeah.
Now, do you want to play for Alabama or do you want to play somewhere else? I'll let you be to decide and walk off the door.
I used to have a program like that. Spur be looking at him something like, I used to have a program like that. I couldn't wait to play you.
I mean, we're still waiting for that time that South Carolina.
They tease us every
Can
damn
come back.
year. South Carolina teases every year. They'll slip up and make it to the SEC title game every blue moon. But other than really being a threat, it's
I mean, you know who South Carolina reminds me of? Clemson.
I was just getting ready to say that Clemson.
Yeah.
The cousins of each other.
Yeah.
Because Clemson every single year, you think Clemson's gonna do something big, and then they beat a team that you don't think that you think that they shouldn't beat, and then only the next week they just lose. I still remember that Florida State game where I think everybody was building that up, top the number 3 versus number 5, and then
James walked up there and smoked them.
Yeah, Nick Saban can walk in kids' house and say, they had to come up with a playoff system to stop me. Look at this, I win rings, and that's gonna be interesting in college football. See how this playoff system's gonna work, because I think you're gonna have more pissed off people than happy people.
Yeah, I mean, jeez, getting into that top 2. Being number 3, you're going to have somebody mad. But of course, being number 5 now, you're going to have somebody still mad. What do you guys think? Well, who do you think is probably going to be competing for that title?
Oh, that is. I can't say anything
too
right
far
now.
out.
Yeah, we too far out right now. You got to ask me week 3, maybe week 4.
Because I guess it's just going to be the usual suspects.
Yeah.
If you ask me right now, it's going to be the usual suspects.
Is it one team from?
I think it's regardless. I think it's regardless.
So you can.
So if the SEC has top 4 teams, you probably can have an all SEC final and have everybody mad.
Man, they gonna change them rules the next day. They gonna change them rules. Because I'll be honest with you, the whole reason they made this system is to shut down the SEC.
Yeah.
Because you had Florida State win this year, but hell, that was a miraculous comeback. That was a miracle, damn near. I think it was just really to shut down the SEC, stop all that, all the hogging titles. Hey, we want some too.
I mean, nobody else touching the SEC right now other than the ACC.
Yeah, they're doing it wrong. Yeah, that bull crap where teams can't play each other again. National championship is I think some of the Big Ten people were still pissed off. Remember that game in 2006, Michigan and Ohio State. That was the top team. That was a top 2, basically a top 5 team playing each other. They were Ohio State was 1, Michigan was 3, and that was a damn good game. And they never got the opportunity to play each other.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want a rematch.
Well, we don't want to see this match.
But then we got LSU
and then turn around
and Alabama.
Alabama play,
right?
And Bama go down there and smoke their ass.
Right. Yeah, you're right. And that was screwed up, because I remember exactly what you're talking about, because Mike Hart was pissed that they didn't get their rematch with Ohio State, and then a years later we get LSU versus Bama again, one of the most dull, boring games I ever saw. That first game, nothing but field goals. Gotta love the SEC.
And it was long too. And it went overtime.
I was like, man.
Oh man.
Somebody do something.
Please. But I think it's gonna be fun. But
it'd be different.
I eventually, like I say, I eventually do probably want to see it maybe go up a little bit more. But 4 is a good starting point. So
yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it'll definitely increase. Once they, like you said,
once they get the money.
If that scenario happens where 4 SEC teams make the top 4, trust me, they changing that. So if the SEC end up going on another snowball streak, if the SEC win the title 5 years straight, with this, they'll do something to change it up.
Yeah.
Because those big schools, you got the Pac-12 over there and Big Ten, they like, hey, shit.
We want our piece.
We got a lot of money over here, man. We put a lot of money in this shit. We spent a lot of money on y'all.
I still want to see.
The Big Ten, Jim Delaney and crew they got their money too now.
That's what I'm saying.
I said Delaney and crew, they sit down some cash. they just felt like the SEC was clobbering them in competition, and they had to even up the score at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's what they did. That's what they did with the whole coming out the Big Ten network, the network, and then coming with the championship game finally. You know, they're trying to catch up now.
Yeah, why do we even have? Why the Big 12 still here?
Yeah, you know, I thought the Big 12 was gonna die, and then that Texas contract just kept it alive, and then A&M was like, you know what? I honestly, and I had to eat my words on that A&M thing, because I thought when they came into the SEC, them and Missouri, I thought they were both going to be middle of the road teams.
I thought they were gonna suck.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna suck too. But Missouri, Texas A&M shut everybody up that first year. Then Missouri was like, hold on, we don't suck.
We don't, not at all.
So now you got teams like Tennessee and yeah, I even say Florida and shit, because man, Muschamp gotta go. Man.
They murdered him down here, boy.
How we didn't get when we let Strong go, that was the beginning of the end. Strong should have replaced Urban Meyer. That's how it should have gone. Didn't happen. Politics, whatever. Get Muschamp. I mean, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He lucked up.
Which is weird that he's here now and when he should be in Texas.
Exactly. And Strong should be in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Florida, yeah. It's kind of weird how that
Good point.
He better make something shake this year.
Good point indeed.
He definitely better. Now, I think last year he had some injuries.
Yeah, a lot of severe. Driscoll got hurt. Yeah.
They were done. Yeah, no quarterback, none whatsoever. Yeah. So he got the injury excuse this time.
Mm-hmm.
He can't roll that next year because it ain't gonna work.
And shout out to Germany for winning the World Cup.
Oh yeah. Or who was one of the favorites?
But
what the hell happened to Brazil?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Damn, Brazil.
I said Germany just scored another goal.
Still scoring.
Man, I said you can't get your ass with that. I said, boy, them boys got ran 10-1. They had a 10-1 run and put on them at the crib too of all places. You can't do that.
Hey.
You can't get your ass like that.
They got slapped around, man. They got slapped around.
10-2, I was like 10-2 at the crib. Don't do that.
It's just what a lot of people, and then again with our performance, with the U.S.'s performance, just to say that we kind of in a way got out of the group of death.
Well, you know what? It solidified it. Yeah, I think that when Germany winning it all now, it has to solidify that a little bit now and say that, hey, for us to get out of it now with Germany winning it, yeah, it was. And I mean, again, it wasn't a. It was a meaning. It almost was a meaningless game, but now it became a meaningful game with Germany, and you had them 1-0. You had them 1-0.
Right.
You had the opportunity to beat them, but obviously at that point, you didn't have to. But the United States, they should be alright in the next couple of years.
Oh yeah.
And Russia, they should do well in Russia.
Let's see. No bullying suspension going to for Mike Pouncey, so he won't be suspended for bullying in the scandal with Jonathan Martin. Per report.
I hope not with the bullying.
And about that mid-season tournament, they're trying to put it in Vegas. That's what they're considering.
That's stupid.
That is stupid.
Isn't that the All-Star game?
Right
Oh man, somebody go get Adam Silver, man. Somebody talk to him, man. Talk to him.
Cause David Stern wanted nothing to do with that.
Yeah, he's like, we ain't never going back to Vegas.
They Stern want nothing to do with Vegas.
No, that's the All-Star game.
I mean, I believe.
Well, they had to talk him into doing that. They had to seriously convince him and trying that. He didn't want no parts of that. The team there, and they started speculating about putting the team out. They said, hell. not while I'm commissioner. Now, Silver want to bring one. That's on him. Not while I'm commissioner. Ain't no team going to come here to Vegas.
Apparently, right here, I'm reading this thing from SB Nation. And here's a little paragraph. Silver had several exploratory ideas that he gave to the group. The most shocking of which was the idea that the league might install a mid-season tournament which would be showcased in Vegas. Similar to soccer, the tournament would essentially be a quick tourney for NBA teams to win a trophy outside the NBA championship.
That's stupid.
It doesn't make sense.
So what, you gonna get the lower seed teams to play? No GM is gonna sign up for that, because why would you want to get your players injured and something meaningless? You already got the All-Star game.
Oh, let's go.
I mean,
Back.
I mean, let's think about this for 1 minute. Let's just say the Knicks play in this game, and God forbid here, Carmelo gets hurt.
It's not gonna. GM's not gonna. Mark Cuban's gonna shut that down
Oh,
so
yeah.
fast.
Cuban probably be like, look, Dirk, you're not playing in this game. Parsons, you're not playing in this game. Ellis, you're not playing. We need you for the big tournament that everybody cares about.
Right, because, I mean, the All-Star game is one thing, then this, nah. That's not going to happen. Like I said, man, if you want to do that, USA versus the world.
Mm-hmm. And then we also have every bit of free agents as well, too, where right now there's still some pretty good talent right now. Eric Bledsoe's still, in a way, looking for a team. Greg Monroe, of course, they're restricted. Lance Stevenson is not restricted. He is I guess he's the best one that's unrestricted. So, there's still some talent out there. There's still some talent. Who else is out there? Rodney Stuckey's there. Evan Turner's there. Then you also got Ramon Sessions. Jermaine O'Neal's on this list for whatever reason. I don't know why. Mecca Okafor, Jimmy Fredette, Jared Bayless, Mo Williams, which the Dallas Mavericks were looking at.
Yeah, Mo will get picked up. He was in Portland last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's getting picked up.
But what's been the most ridiculous deal that you guys have seen so far?
Really? I think Parsons got overpaid, but I haven't seen anything just really made me scratch my head. Not like the old days. GM's not that stupid. It seems like they're getting smarter. I remember there used to be some deals that made you go, what? like that Allen Houston deal. Man, niggas just stopped paying that dude. I thought Amari's deal was stupid. I thought Amari deal when the Knicks couldn't get LeBron, they signed for Amari. I thought they overpaid for Amari. With 2 bad knees, a bad eye, that was too much money.
I didn't know Spencer Hall's with the Clippers.
That's a good move. Spencer Hall's pretty. I like Spencer Hall's game, but they don't need him, man. They got Noel coming. Noel looks like he's gonna be a stud.
Nick Young got 4 years, 21 and a half.
With the Lakers?
Yeah, Lakers.
Huh.
I mean,
I like that Marvin Williams move Charlotte made.
That could be a sneaky move.
Yeah, and Vince Carter to Memphis could be something too.
It just looks so weird with him being in Memphis now. Like I saw pictures of Jersey. It's like just it's gonna be so weird with him being.
I never thought Vince Carter would be on his 4th team. That's weird.
Fifth.
Well,
Raptors, Nets. Oh, 6th. Raptors, Nets. Suns, Magic.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot all about Orlando. Damn, I forgot about Orlando, period. I forgot they were in the league. Oh, shit.
Well, they won't make you forget it. They won't make you forget. I mean, they got a very good young team.
Yeah,
too.
they got big down there. Jamel Nelson gone,
Yes, but they
in
got
Miami.
Alfred Payton, the guy from ULL, and they got Aaron Gordon. So they're gonna be pretty nice. Um, So yeah, there's a lot of good signings out here too. Obviously, so we can't wait to see what's gonna happen with the league coming in, with everything else is coming in too. So. Luau Deng could actually be a pretty sneaky move for the Heat, but then again, if he stays healthy.
Yeah, if he stays healthy, they're good. They're a solid team. I'm not buying what Bosh saying about them being title contenders.
Mm-hmm. Luau got the same kind of contract as Zach Randolph.
I bet he kind of wish he stayed in Cleveland. He like, damn. But he I mean,
remember Randolph got
Yeah, and the Grizzlies is going to be another one of those teams that they could be in the playoffs, but then again,
yeah, you never know.
You never know.
The West is so tough. I think New Orleans coming.
right?
New Orleans coming. I think they definitely have the right pieces in play to make a push. I mean, I don't know about Phoenix, but Phoenix, I don't want to count them out again. But we don't know if last year was a flash in the pan or maybe it was something real. We'll see.
I still think that Southwest is going to be a grind because, I mean, all five of those teams have very good center and power forward different matchups. I mean, of course, Dirk and Chandler now, and Ashik and Anthony Davis, which that's going to help Anthony Davis.
Oh yeah, definitely take a lot of load off him. That guy, man, he's gonna be averaging 2010 soon. Cause he had didn't he have a 40-point game last year?
Yeah, I think so.
Crazy.
And then of course with the Grizzlies with Gasol and Zach, and I mean it just seems like again that Southwest is gonna be a tough one. But we're going to see what's happening with the Pelicans. I think they're going to be a lot better than what they were. And maybe they can get a sheet to stay.
Oh, yeah. He's probably going to stay, yeah.
So let's see, finishing it up right now with some more of this news. As we speak, we got let's see, Tiger Woods playing the practice round of the British Open. Dwayne Wade, of course, resigns with the Miami Heat. Of course, he's going to get his.
Well, how much is he getting?
Let's see. I forgot how much he was getting. I know it's not the $41 million, which I feel like he's got to be kicking himself right now for not getting this $41 million. It is a 2-year deal. The second one of the seasons is a player option. And it is expected that Wade's salary for next year will not reach the $20.2 million that he would have made under his previous contract.
LeBron do it to you.
A lot of people were just wondering, who would be the most pissed right now? Would it be Wade or would it be Haslam for his payday? Because I think he was going to get about $4 million.
Man, Haslam, he's in one of those, he's just happy to be here kind of situations now, so he shouldn't be too mad. Man. You got your money, you got some rings.
I just hope Haslam doesn't take it out of him. Anybody?
He'll be alright, man. He go find something to do. He might be one of the guys. Make a good analyst or coach or something.
course, we got Derek Jeter, hopes to help young stars. And this commercial. This commercial is a very good one. I would suspect everybody to check that out. NCAA is going to investigate LSU's Les Miles stint at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they don't really give a damn. Sports Illustrated thought they had something with that story, and it was like, nah, man.
Let's see here. Some more sports. The ESPYs is the ball too.
Did not know that.
I guess they had to put it somewhere where it's like the most dead sports day on the calendar. Bud Selig wants to try to get Montreal back in the Major League Baseball game. I miss that place. Let's see. Then we got people still keeping the trouble. I think that's pretty much going to be it here. Mavericks news and Cowboys news, of course. Dirk and Duncan show loyalty, according to what ESPN has to say. Now the Mavs are targeting Mike Miller, even though Mike Miller, I think, is now a Cavalier. So that's moot. Say farewell to Sean Marion, which I'm surprised Marion hasn't been picked up yet by anybody.
He might end up in LA or New York with somebody that needs a veteran for the very low.
And Monte Ellis likens Parkins to Sean Marion.
I don't think Parsons is that athletic. He athletic, but I don't think he's that athletic.
Parsons is not a defender. That's the
Because Batum ate his ass up. Batum took Parsons to work.
Jason Terry won't rule out a return to the Mavs. At this point,
he want that money. Ain't nobody else. Where is he now? Brooklyn?
He was in Sacramento.
Well, I didn't even know that.
But I don't think he played. Last time I saw him, he was actually on. I kid you not, he was on Fox FS1.
He would make a good TV guy. I could see him coaching maybe. Yeah.
Wizards are targeting DeJuan Blair, and the Mavs got Richard Jefferson.
Players already.
And so that pretty much is gonna wrap up this show, unless y'all guys got anything else to say. Any other news? Any other things?
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, pretty
much. Summer goals.
Oh, this is actually interesting. NBA teams to wear a gold mark on their jersey if their franchise has won a championship.
Damn, Minnesota.
Well, blame them.
Well, y'all can do it.
Yeah, I mean,
for the Lakers.
some technicalities.
Technicalities.
Well, based on the city.
But yeah, that pretty much is gonna end it right there. We don't know when our next show is gonna be at.
Yeah,
we'll keep you posted because, of course, this is the summer and we have
trying to find news.
Trying to find stuff and stuff. So we'll try to see what we can do here. We'll try to scrounge up something. So we'll let you guys know and stuff. Hopefully, when training camp rolls around, we can do something big. All right. Well, this is the Gafford and Brown Show. I'm Lamar Gafford.
I'm Robert Brown.
I'm Clarence Sellers.
And until next time, have a nice day.